Seatbelt fasten. So many people here. Getting the last bits of everything. And then we're going. Chargers in here. I put all of my chargers in this big bag. I'm sure there's better organizers, but I feel like as long as it's in one place, it's good. Especially with all my computer camera stuff. Also, last night I did download some books on my Kindle. I think I have everything though. I don't have much else. Bringing slippers for the plane. I think I have everything. I better have everything. Hair clip, I'm gonna want that.
I am so excited and a little nervous, but I'm really excited. We're going to South Africa, guys. I'm going back to Cape Town.
May as well start the vlog now before it gets too chaotic. It's vlogging on a new camera, so the lens is probably very wide. But hi, if you're new here, my name is Jill. I'm 23. I'm from the US, specifically Rhode Island, but currently living in Colorado for the summer. And we are going to Cape Town. I haven't been in 3.5 years. We're gonna go see family, and this is gonna be a very family-focused trip, but this vlog is gonna be a travel day. So we are traveling from Denver, Colorado to Atlanta. So that's about a 2.5, 3-hour flight or something like that. And then we go from Atlanta to Cape Town. This is my first ever travel day traveling internationally with a US airline. I'm flying Delta, so that is huge. And because usually I fly like Qatar or Emirates when I go to Cape Town. And this is my first flight direct from the US to Cape Town. Usually there's like a layover somewhere, whether that's in like, oh, that's my alarm, so I'm not late. Please shut off. Okay, we're gonna get to the airport for around 9. We're gonna try to leave here early because of rush hour traffic. It takes like 20 minutes to get to the airport. We're leaving an hour early. What else? I'm trying to think. Is there anything else I need to tell you? Oh, we have lounge access. I've never had lounge access before. I'm flying economy Delta. You could see my checked bags back there. Flying economy Delta, going to Cape Town direct from Atlanta, which is crazy. I'm so excited. I'm trying to think of the important things to share. I think that's it. So I'm gonna take you through a travel day, show you what it's like to fly internationally. In the last vlog, I did share some of like my travel tips, my packing tips. So all of that is in that vlog at the end of the last vlog. Just in regards to like my personal item, my carry-on items, all of that, I did share that in that vlog. I can't wait. I can't wait. So welcome to it. Let's get to the airport. So excited. All right. Our first day in the lounge. Tyron already got a beer. You want me to try it? Oh, we're cheersing. Cheers. Oh wow, it's getting busy in here now, huh? Yeah. Real busy in there now. Alright, we are heading to our gate. So many people here. We just had our first like little lounge access. What did you think of the lounge? Worth it? Yeah, definitely worth the money. I'm 1 lounge and 2 cocktails later. The airport is crazy from, what was that outage, the Microsoft thing that happened a few days ago, right? It's crazy. So the airport's insane. Everybody's like grumpy. Where are you going? We're learning how all this stuff works. We've never done lounges or anything, so the lounge we were at was in Terminal C and we're in Terminal A, so we're making our way to Terminal A right now. How does this work? Oh, the slides. I feel like an idiot. Okay. I'm just gonna get a massive water. Because our fucking flight's been canceled. Do you think they'll rebook the flight? Our flight? So our flight from Denver to Atlanta is canceled, so I'm trying to get us on another flight, but I'm having no luck. But our Cape Town flight is still fine with this like technology outage thing that happened, so we will see. I'm hoping and praying. we're here.
This flight doesn't get canceled.
I know.
Have you on board?
I'm hoping we're in the air, it gets canceled. We just need to get to the Cape Town flight now.
Today and not tomorrow.
Yes, we made it on time and early too. Crazy. I can't believe we managed to figure this out. We got lucky. The time? Oh my god, our flight is boarding literally right now. Oh shit. We're gonna make it on time.
Welcome to Atlanta, with local time is approximate 7:46 p.m. Please stay seated with your seatbelt fastened.
Gotta get to Terminal E.
Take a look at the monitor if we're connecting gears.
Okay.
Concourse to the
Concourses
right.
that way.
Next stop is for A as in Alpha.
Oh my god, we just made it. I don't know how we made this flight. We landed as it was boarding and we ran through the airport.
We are all on a path.
I forgot what I was saying. 15-hour flight. Here we go, we're taking off. Wait, cheers. Thank you. Oh, we made it to the Airbnb. If it looks familiar to you, it's because it definitely is familiar. We've stayed in this building about 100 times before. We could have stayed somewhere different. We were looking at different places, but familiarity won. And honestly, it was more inexpensive than some of the other places we were looking at. It's middle of the city center. It's, you know, we have the gym. So we just went to the liquor store. First thing we did after checking in, there's a liquor store right next door. We got South African beer and chips that Tyron is not sharing with me. Are these twist off? Yeah, they are. The nice thing about South African chips is they actually fucking fill the bag. It's not all air. Got cheese and onion, Simba chips, and of course some biltong. Cheers. Hold on, let me open this. Cheers. Welcome home. So good. So right now it's like 11 a.m. back in Colorado. And what time is it right now here?
7:20.
7:20 p.m. So it's 11:20 in Colorado, 7:20 here. It's about an 8-hour time difference. We slept on the plane. I like didn't finish vlogging when we got off. I had to go through like passport control. Ended up at our Airbnb. It's dark out and I think we might go get some dinner somewhere and just like take a quick shower and go. All right, I'm in normal clothes. I am running a brush through my hair, putting like chapstick on, and then we're going to dinner. I might throw mascara on too, but that's it. Like past 7 p.m. here, 8 p.m. almost now, if it isn't already. We're gonna go walk over. We're going to Iron Steak, okay? So when I was like just looking up, like, oh, where can we go to eat? I know this area well because this is where we used to kind of like live when I was here for 3 months. But I was just looking at like you know, you look up Cape Town dinner, restaurants or whatever. So many new places I've never heard of, I've never tried, that I'm like now adding to my list. But today is not the day to be trying new things. Today is the day to go to an oldie but goodie and like just know what I'm gonna get. So I threw on like a sweater and jeans, normal people clothes, so I could like I feel so much better. I can't even tell you. I feel like $1,000,000 and I probably look like I just got like run over. Little lip gloss. This is the e.l.f. chapstick lip gloss. I feel like once I'm like feel more put together and like, I don't know, my hair is washed, and I might honestly come home and wash my hair after, but like once all that is done and I have like a good night's sleep in a proper bed, I'll feel so much better. This is a travel day. I'll tell you all about the Delta and everything, our travel experience. I'll tell you tomorrow when I'm not getting ready for dinner. Cheers. Oh, that's good. Okay, sorry in advance if you can hear the dryer. I have laundry going because I just realized I never finished this vlog to tell you how it was flying Delta, to tell you about the cancellation of the flight, all of that. We're leaving tomorrow, so I'm doing laundry, and this dryer sounds like a spaceship. It is so loud, so actually I'm gonna go pause it. Okay. I wanted to give you guys a quick rundown on just like how cancellation went, the lounge, flying Delta, flying the 15 hours, flying a US airline. We're gonna talk all about it. I've just had the best 2 weeks here, guys. I can't wait for you to see the vlogs. I feel so relaxed. I really am not ready to go back. I made a list, obviously, of pros, cons, the lounge, and just like in general. So when we went, this was during the Microsoft like outage. It was like 4 or 5 days after that happened, and it was still like the effects were still happening from that. Like, wasn't as much. A lot of the airlines were up and functioning and working. I'm gonna give you like an honest review on everything, pros and cons. So first of all, everything was just like busy. I think with that outage happening, this could definitely have affected everything else that I'm gonna talk about. Just the whole airport was crazy. It was so busy. There were so many cancellations of flights, including ours, and the lounge too. Literally was not a seat available, like one next to the buffet, but like everything was packed. It was just hard to find a comfortable spot, you know, like when I like pictured going into just a lounge, I'm picturing like being able to find a comfortable seat, quiet, which it was very quiet for how many people were in there. It was very quiet, but it was so packed. I'm not trying to sound like annoying, okay? This is the first time I've done anything like this. So we have an Amex card. We had to pay $50 US for a guest to go in, so me, because I don't have an Amex. But if you do have a certain, like, I will say though, I do think it is worth it, whether you have the card and you're paying that like yearly fee or whatever like the terms are for it, as well as paying the $50 for a guest, because one, it's more of like a private area. Two, alcohol is free when you're in there. If you were to compare it to what you would pay in another place in the airport, as well as food, airport food, coffee, like it's all very expensive in the airport. I literally got a cappuccino, full meals, multiple alcoholic beverages, and that was just the first lounge. We were supposed to do another one in Atlanta, but because we were so delayed getting there, we weren't able to do like a full review on everything. So I'm hoping when we go back, I can like actually sit down in the moment and talk about it. So I do think it was worth it. So that's my opinion on the lounge. It was just, I think it was, my opinion is a bit hindered by everything that was going on in the airport. So it was affecting everybody. Like everybody's flights were delayed or canceled, so everybody was camping out at the airport while they were trying to figure out what to do. It's just like a fucking mess. That brings us to the cancellation of that Delta flight. So first of all, we didn't know it was canceled. I didn't get a notification from like the app until we were like at the gate. So it said like we got there and we were like, damn, it's so like busy out here. The airport is just so busy. Like you even heard me being like, it's so busy, it's so busy. On the board, like on the screen, like at our gate, it said cancel. They didn't really like say anything to us, and this is not the gate agent's fault. And this could have been any airline too. It wasn't just Delta, it was like other airlines this was like happening to. It wasn't just us, but like nobody really said anything to us. We just saw it was canceled, and then it was like, okay, figure out a plan, you know? So I had Tyron stand in the line where like our gate was supposed to be to talk to a gate agent, and I went to every other gate that had like a flight going out. So either it was gonna be canceled or it was gonna be delayed or just whatever. Everybody was just crossing their fingers that their flight wasn't getting canceled. So I went to every gate agent to ask, can you please put me on standby? Is there any way you can put me on standby? Put the two of us on standby, because like we have a connecting flight in Atlanta. And that would have been a whole nother mess to try to figure out. Like, if I just didn't want to miss the international flight, you know, like when we got there, like we saw the cancellation, we're like, okay, problem solving mode, let's do it. I spent 3 hours waiting in lines, trying to talk to people. Finally, the last gate agent I spoke to, that was like the last flight out before our connection, they were like, do you have a connecting flight? I'm like, yeah, we are going to Cape Town. It's a 15-hour flight, and like this is the last available flight to get us there on time. Like, is there any way you can put me on standby? We were like the last few people on the standby list, and we fucking made it. I didn't care where we were sitting, like and it was a full fucking flight too. But I think other people had missed their connecting flights like in Denver, so there was like open availability for new standby people, because I'm sure there was other problems at other airports. It wasn't just this airport. So that was like that. I was grateful we got on the flight. So that was like that situation with the cancellation. We didn't hear anything from the airline until we got here, and it was like the next couple, like 2 days later, they gave us like 10,000 points because we were able to get on a flight and we didn't miss the connecting flight. So I'm not sure how it would have gone if we like missed all the flights. Then we made it to the flight. Okay, so this is where I'm going to talk about the flight, the 15 hours to Cape Town. So I will say, flying a US airline versus flying just a different airline, all the airlines are different, like generally the same with like how the flight goes. You know, you have your economy seat. I expect certain food, like you're not getting the best food out of the whole plane, obviously. Like if you're paying for a first class seat, you're obviously getting better food, better, like more personalized service, all these things. So you get what you pay for in a way. So nothing like that was surprising to me. But we're gonna get into the pros and cons right now of it. Pros, getting here to Cape Town direct, huge pro. I mean, like I've had flights where I had to wait 8 hours for a layover, 10 hours for a layover, or I've had like a 45-minute layover and have to run to get to the flight, whether that is coming to Cape Town or going back to the US. And that's with multiple different airlines. That's just not just like one specific, that is multiple different airlines that I've had to fly. By far, my favorite thing is being able to fly direct. Like 15 hours, it sounds crazy because you like can't get off the plane. I would rather be 15 hours of flying than like a 30-hour travel day with like flights and a layover. I'm going to less places, like it's less flight time, because I've had flights where I do like 12 hours and then another 10 hours. I slept so good on the flight. I think it helped that the flight to Cape Town was not full. The guy next to me, because I had a middle seat, moved. I don't know where he went, but he disappeared the whole flight, and then he came back at the end. We were able to like spread out a little bit. I could move my bag from under the seat. Like it was just so nice. I know I'm not gonna have that experience going back. So that was great. I slept like a little baby. Tyron said he slept amazing. It was like the best flight I've slept on. I don't know why. It was just, I don't know if it was like the time changes. Like the plane was comfortable. For economy, the plane was comfortable. I do expect a nice plane. I'm not gonna lie. When I travel internationally, I'm paying, I mean, $2,000 might be pocket change for people. That might be millions of dollars for people, you know, like, however, the flight's not cheap. You get a blanket, you get a pillow. Same thing with like nice non-US airlines. Same thing, you get the same headphones, you get eye masks, you get all the things. It's just kind of like standard. It wasn't the best I've ever had, but it definitely wasn't the worst. Like it was pretty decent for economy international airline food. I've had like weird eggs in the past. I've had like weird shit before on the flights. This was pretty good. I got like a chicken meal. It was chicken, vegetables, and potatoes. And then in the morning, like they gave some like calzone type vibes. I had a yogurt. I just wasn't in the mood for more like bready shittiness. It just wasn't gonna sit well in my stomach. I have a very sensitive stomach, so I was trying to be mindful of what I was eating too, because I didn't want to feel like shit. That's like my pros with just flying Delta internationally. I don't have many cons. Like, getting flight canceled with no solution in the moment, I didn't like that feeling. That's affecting everything. That's affecting like what I paid for an Airbnb. I paid for an extra night and I'm not even gonna get there in time. It affects like your timeline for your vacation. Like it affects a lot of things. So I feel like like, lucky enough, we were able to get on a plane, but that was because, like, I ran around trying to figure out a solution. And this isn't, again, this is not the gate agents doing. I'm not talking about the gate agents or, like, anyone working in front of me in that moment. Like, that's not who I'm talking about. Again, maybe it would have been different if I couldn't have made the Cape Town flight. Thankfully, we got there on time. But, like, it's just I don't know. There's just certain things out of your control, and I think you just have to roll with it sometimes. And it's just, like, unfortunately, it made for, like, not the most comfortable of experiences, like, when coming back here after 3 years. But then again, I feel bad saying that because I'm like, it's nobody's fault. Like, I'm glad I got here and made it here and had a wonderful 2 weeks here. Oh, getting my carry-on checked. Hated that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I spoke about this in the travel pack and prep video. I said you might get your carry-on checked. If they don't say, like, they don't have room or whatever. Because we were the last on the plane from that flight from Denver to Atlanta, I did get my carry-on checked, which that had all my clothes in it and everything, and I purposely packed it in my carry-on so I'd have it on me. But again, as I said in that pack and prep, you never know, and sometimes it does happen, so the most important things keep in your personal item, because you're not checking your personal item, that goes under the seat. So I made sure I had all the important things, like, on hand, like it was not in my carry-on, and I prepared for that on purpose. However, I did not like that. I hate when that happens. And it was, like, checked through Denver all the way to Cape Town, which that's, like, we're traveling across the world. Like, I am fingers crossed that it gets to the destination, and it did. I'm not saying that, like, it didn't. It did. It's just, like, annoying when, like, it's just another thing I had to think about, and that was just a bit of a con. Again, not the end of the world. None of this is the end of the world. I'm lucky enough to have even been able to, like, have a smoother process than, like, some other people I've heard stories about. And then the other con is just economy. Like, it's just not the most comfortable. I've never flown business or, like, first class. Like, I've never have, so I don't know, but, like, I'm sure it's a more comfortable experience. You know, the economy seats aren't the biggest, and that's just overall a con, but that's nobody's fault but my own for not paying for a more expensive ticket. So I think that's everything. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. Overall, it was a pretty good experience under the circumstances. Like, I made all the flights. I made my Cape Town flight, which was the most important thing. At the end of the day, like, when it happened, the whole thing, I was just like, as long as we get to Cape Town, like, that's the most important thing. I just don't want to deal with having to rebook, get on another international flight, like, getting rebooked, redirected. Like, I just wanted to get on that one flight, and we did. So overall, very good travel experience. I did enjoy flying with Delta, and I did enjoy flying direct. The service was consistent. The seat was as comfortable as economy can be for the most part. So overall, I would fly it again. No doubt, I would, 100%. I just, like, would hope that next time I could have a bit more of a smoother travel day. Really, that's, like, at the end of the day, that's what I was hoping for, and that is what I would hope for next time. Again, the circumstances were a bit not traditional. You don't have airport outages or technology shutdowns often, so that was just something that unfortunately happened, but that is it. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this travel video. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. I hope I covered everything for the most part. Overall, I say green light, go for it. Fly Delta, internationally direct especially. There's not many flights that go from the US to Cape Town direct, so if you get a chance to get this flight, definitely do it. I definitely recommend it. And I cannot wait for you to see all the Cape Town videos. Oh, I'm so excited. Love you all. I will try to film a travel home video. I'll do my best to do better than this. I just didn't get just with all the mess, I thought I'd be vlogging more, but it was just, like, all so unexpected that I was just focusing on finding my solution and getting to my destination. So yeah, I will see you all in the Cape Town vlogs. Love you all. Bye.